High noon on a Friday.
Let's go.
Welcome to the High Noon Saloon. I'm Brian Jodas, 43. Hello, Kitty.
And I'm Jamie Roseborough, 41. Repeato. And this is the F3 Circle of Trust.
From the F3 Nation Podcast Studios.
I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
This is the COT Podcast, connecting the packs of F3 Nation through fitness, fellowship, and faith.
Andrew Maggio, 35, wire biter.
Mike Kirkos, 35, Saganaki.
Michael Barrett, 40, Rep Sleepy. Peter Ranky, 63, Bambi.
COT Podcast starts right now.
Shut up and sit down.
Back once again for another episode of the F3 Circle of Trust, and a good day to all of you watching us live across Facebook and YouTube, or if you're listening to us on the podcast record. Grateful that you are carving out a few minutes as we are united through fitness, fellowship, and faith, sharing the news of the F3 Nation. You got your boy Hello Kitty and Repeato here. We've got live guests waiting in the wings, men out in a literal field. Not
Literal
out in
field.
the field, out in a field.
Field of Hymns.
Yeah, for sure is a field. Hymns, my bro. What's up? How are you?
Happy Friday. Game day
Yeah.
eve.
Bro.
Got on your gear. Got on my
Bro.
gear. Matching
You're-
hats, sort of matching shirts. You're
So
you're
good.
beardless. I haven't shaved in a few days.
I got to tell you
I
something.
got glasses on. Things are happening. I don't
Things,
know what's
lots
going on.
happening. Lots happening. If you're from the entire state of South Carolina, we ain't with you today. I'm just going to lump you all into it. Clemson Tigers going down this weekend.
Dave.
Your boy and I headed south here manana morning, headed to the game. So
Yep.
get ready. The Mountaineers are coming to town. You might want to lock the doors, right? Because we're coming to
Hide
burn
your
you down
wives.
those
Hide
houses.
your kids.
Gonna have a great time. Gonna have a great time down there. Can't wait to go down. Can't wait. 8:00 kick tomorrow night. Can't wait for the
Yeah.
8:00 kick.
I'm really
And,
excited too. I've
and-
never been to a game in Death
Oh, it's gonna
Valley.
be
I'm looking
outstanding.
forward to a good raucous atmosphere
Yeah.
with literally tens
Yeah.
of thousands of people.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
I've decided either I'm never growing the beard back, or if I do, I'm never shaving it again because it's been exhausting this week.
That's like breaking
Look like shave. Look like shave. I'm like, I got it. We all got it. It is right. I mean,
you don't like
it
people
is what
pointing
it
out
is.
the obvious over and over
Oh,
again?
It's just like every Zoom, every call you get on, just it's exhausting.
Oh, you've
You guys
got
don't know what it's
dimples?
like
I
to
didn't know you had dimples.
Look at that. Oh, man. But it's all good, bro. It's all good. It's been a great F3 week. It's been a glorious week across the gloom. Humidity where we're at has moved out. And that means as you look at the calendar, here we are, 6th September. One thing is happening across the calendar this weekend that it sucks a lot of air out of the room where we're at. For sure. And if you're in the sort of mid-Atlantic Eastern area across the Carolinas, you probably have brothers that are running in the highly coveted Blue Ridge Relay. In fact, this is my first year not going up the mountain since 2017. First time since I started running it, not doing it
Really?
this year.
I didn't realize you were 6 years in a row.
However many it would be in a row, but you know what? We got priorities. We got things that we got to attend to manana. So a little FOMO, but we're going to go out to the field, right? We're going to check in live with the boys because they're out there, right?
The
They're out
literal
there
and
doing it.
figurative out in the field.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and head out to the Blue Ridge Relays. It just got started this morning. And of course, longtime FOS friend of the show, Bill Pollard, Bebo, better known as Funny Car across the F3 gloom. And there he is. He's got a signal. He's got a decent signal. We said, stop moving. And he's got a whole bunch of packs. Funny Car, what's up? Man, beautiful. All right, Car, where are you guys? Who you got? Give us a sit rep, brother.
So we're in Todd, North Carolina, I think, at a restaurant. We had to move real quick because we didn't get a signal of the location. But, man, it's beautiful. Blue skies, almost a little bit too hot. Tons of F3 guys. We miss y'all. And let me just go around and just real quick, just say names and regions real quick.
Ultra, Hampton Roads.
Space Monkey, Hampton Roads.
CDC, F3 Florence.
Lawn Boy, Hampton Roads.
Monkey, Florence.
Trigger, Hampton Roads.
Dreamliner, Hampton Roads.
Puddles, Peak City.
Piglet, Hampton Roads.
Two Factor Carpets.
Perfect.
Hampton Roads.
And we got a bunch with the ENCs in here, Florence, a whole bunch of regions. So
Tell
just have-
Candy Cane he's not running fast enough.
Yeah, Candy Cane's definitely not running fast. Brother, that is one of the best things about this event, not only just the first step, but it is peak second F like no other. So just talk to us a little bit about just the fun. Obviously, it's hard work running those mountains, running those hills, but just what's this weekend like for you?
This is the first time we've done it from Hampton Roads. We've talked to a lot of the guys who've done it a bunch of times. And it's just incredible seeing all these F3 guys meet for the first time, talking to them in the parking lot, encouraging each other on. And just we're going to be doing this all day, all night. And then tomorrow in Asheville, North Carolina, we all get together. So it really brings it together about how big and powerful this group is. And it's hard. I've only done 2 miles. I'm an old guy, and it was uphill, and I was huffing and puffing. I'm like, I got to do 4 and 5 later, but 9-man team. So we have some guys doing 20, 25 miles. A bunch of these teams are 6-man teams. They're doing 30 to 38 miles. Well, it's just a great time. I'm glad we could, get in and just let y'all know what this thing's all about with our fellowship.
Yeah, outstanding, dude. Well, have a great time. It's great to hear from you and see out there. I'm glad we were able to make it work. We're actually going to go to a van next. We've got a live report. BRR van. History's being made today as we're going to go to BRR.
Good sandwiches and house chips in that restaurant behind you there on the river in Todd. A little slow. Got to get your order in early before your runner gets in, and the van's got to skedaddle, but it's a good spot down there.
Thanks, guys.
All right, brother. Catch you later.
Alrighty.
None other than F3 Funny Car checking in live from Todd NC, and let's go to a BRR van for our first official live shot from a BRR van. I see Dewey, Decimal, and Wrench, part of the Ruck Tua team, and so you guys have been at this since yesterday. I mean, you've been at this since Thursday. So how are we feeling, boys? Give us an update.
We're feeling good. We started off 8 o'clock yesterday. We're on 19 right now. Yep. Yeah, just started off like 19. So like 20, like 20. One of the two. So we got
You're
2 guys
halfway
out
home.
Here. Yeah, we're a little over. Yeah, a little over 100 miles.
Crust back there.
Yeah, Poppy's hanging out back there. Brother? You got Red Rider and Gibraltar out there right now. So those guys are going to crush it. Man, everyone's feeling good. We're excited to get it all the way through and make some.
There's some fast ruckers out here.
Yes.
Well, what can't be really understated is the amount of time and dedication it takes to go ruck that thing. So to run it at 208 miles, most teams in the 30-ish hour range, which means they start Friday morning, they get done Saturday afternoon. You guys got to launch out basically a day ahead and still trying to pick up pretty good clips. But the key to it too is you got 2 guys on the course at all time, but you guys have a bunch of new guys that have never done this before, right? Never been on a ruck this long. I mean, you will have guys reach the longest they've ever rucked in their lives over the next couple of days. So how are the boys feeling? We know Floppy Crust is tough. We know he's a Marine. You got a devil dog back there to keep spirits high. And when things get tough, he's the guy to turn to. But how they feeling? How the boys shaping up?
And everyone's feeling good. So we've only got 3 BR veterans, only 1 BR ruck veteran. So we've got some good leadership here with us, but with a lot of the new guys, they're pulling weight strong. And they're excited to get it done. They're excited to get their legs and excited to get the miles and smiles, man.
Where are the rucks and how does the van smell halfway through?
Rucks are all over. Van smells about how you would expect.
That's right. I can smell this video feed.
Yeah, I can absolutely smell this video from here. What's an interesting factor for you guys, Wrench? Let's give us a little Dewey D. We got to see him. He's not in the shot. Go over his way a little bit. Dewey D, I mean, 2 overnights I don't think can be understated either, right? You guys got to go through the dark twice to get through this thing. So how was night 1? And, you got some time here. How do you think the boys going to shape up through night 2?
Yeah, night 1 was different. Our van was on night 1. Van 2 got to take the whole night off starting about midnight. They didn't have to do anything until 7:30 a.m. So they got some Z's in, whereas we tried to get some Z's beforehand. We made the mistake of trying to do it at an EZ, where there was a good bit of noise going on. And so we didn't get as much sleep as they did, but we did get a few winks. And I got to ruck with my boy Floppy Crust through the parkway, and AC Blowing Rock all lit up.
Mhm.
Walk through downtown Blowing Rock with no one around at 3:30 in the morning, and so
Beautiful.
can't imagine how those runners are going to get through there today with all those with all the cars. So,
Yeah.
and I think night two shaping up to be good too. I think we'll certainly be tired, but spirits are high. We're pushing through.
Temperatures are great. No humidity. Weather's
Oh
beautiful.
yeah,
You guys are
weather is
rocking and rolling.
fantastic. Weather's fantastic.
That's such a difference maker too. We've been in hot weather, unusually hot. We've been in the cooler before. I remember one overnight, Kitty, you might have been in your van that time driving, you guys, but I mean, it was like raining sideways, like water running off your nose, pouring. But always a difference maker. But you guys are shared suffering together, right? This is the way it is. This is the growth.
Right.
I'll tell you what's a massive win, boys. The fact that we can get through this live shot without somebody getting changed behind you live on the air here would be really good. So I'm waiting for Crust to drop trow here any second now. And we got to put
miles after doing the 20 last night, man. So let's go get some.
Yeah, how you feeling, bro? This is your first time doing this. You've been training your tail off, man. But how are the feet feeling so far?
I'm feeling pretty good. The first part of it was tough for me. I think in the first 24 hours, I did 32 or 34 miles, something like that. So that was that's a lot of damage on a 52-year-old body, man. But you know what? As long as I get an hour of rest, I'm ready to bounce back. So I'm good.
Love it. All right, boys. We'll keep getting after it. All right. Stay loose, stay light, but have fun. What a great experience, man. And keep us updated how it's going out there.
Thanks, guys.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
All right, boys.
The boys of Ruck Tua. Put some weight in that thing.
Put some weight on that thing.
Interesting. Surprised.
Great team name.
All right. Catch you later, Rent. See you, boys. Gosh, outstanding. You know, they mentioned that going through Blowing Rock, couldn't imagine what it's like. I came running up that 9.5 miler a few years ago at 5 p.m. when everyone was in Blowing Rock.
Yeah, it's not a good spot to be on a early fall Friday, midday morning when people are maybe coming up for a long weekend or something like that. But right. Dewey and Floppy rucked right by the old homestead, came down the hill and took a ride on the Wonderland Trail. And it's a glorious, glorious, quiet morning. I sent him a picture of the bear we've got on the mountain at the moment.
So keep your eye out.
She's hungry, and we haven't had this like consistent bear traffic as we've had the last couple of months. So Mimi's got her head on a swivel. So does Pops, but it's all good.
Head on a swivel, shotgun loaded. I mean, it's probably what you need.
We just got gave him a little 410. Not trying to kill the bear, but pepper that ass a little bit and keep it moving. So, but it's in the backyard. It's
sort of like the great outdoors.
It's climbing fences. It's on the porch. It's getting in the apple trees in the back.
Well, be careful out there, boys. Listen, we got some more live check-ins. We're going to talk to Cajun Paintbrush here in a few minutes. But we got some news of the nation to get through, and we got to thank the amazing folks who help make this show possible. And let's give a shout out to F3Gear.com, your official source for F3 gear and apparel. You know it. You wear it daily in the gloom. And not only is the gear built for you, and it's built to withstand the toughest beatdowns, but a portion of all sales benefit F3 Nation because F3 Nation owns the gear store. Mud Gear is the main sponsor that helped make it happen. New this week, the F3 Ruckable Fire Pit. It is designed and created by F3 Musket out of Richmond, Texas, now available at f3gear.com. I mean, look at this bad boy, bro. Not only can you pack it up and ruck out with it, take a bottle of water. Yeah, you're going to want to cool it down before you throw it back in the ruck, unless you're doing an overnight camp. But there's no reason you couldn't set that thing up in the backyard. And if you make a burger big enough, you could put an F3 logo right in the middle of your patty.
I was thinking about that. That's so big for a burger, but maybe like a pizza or something. You could.
Well, not with that attitude. It's not advanced. You can make. Come on, I've seen you now put a burger down. That thing looks great though, right? And this guy designs and builds them. So it's our own guy, right? It's like our own guy who built these things.
It'd been perfect to have around for all the Y Guides trips and
Gosh, it
F3 Dad flipping trips. That's a great idea. I think a lot of people should invest.
Yep. Also, at the top of the clearance page at f3gear.com, there's about 4 Grow Ruck items. We're clearing out all the Grow Ruck merch, 50% off. The Yeti tumbler, now only $20, a 20-ounce Yeti tumbler for $20 with the Grow Ruck logo on it. A couple of t-shirts left in some smaller sizes, so trimmer packs can get those. A couple of koozies left and some stickers, so go to f3gear.com. Grow Ruck 24 is the code to use to get 15% off the Grow Ruck items at the top of the clearance page. And let's also thank the folks at livemomentous.com. I've got a promo code for you there. It's my first name and last initial, Brian J. Saves you some money on the things that you need to be performing at your best physically. right? All those supplements, they've got it all under one roof. Whether you need vitamins or supplements, they've got it all. LiveMomentous.com, code Brian J, and you can save some cash on some things that help you perform your best. All right, we've got some more news of the nation to get to, but our next guest has been waiting diligently in the wings. He goes by the name of Cajun Paintbrush, which I'm excited to learn more about.
Gonna need an explanation on that.
Right. CPB. What's up,
there we
brother?
go. How's it going, guys? Great
What's
to
up,
meet
man?
you.
Yeah, man. You too, brother.
We're wearing a cap right now. Can I get that from the F3 gear store? One of these COT
You're damn right you can. You're damn right you can. You're going to want to grab one of those. Where are you calling from, man? Give us the deets.
Well, I am in Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. F3 Alliance is my home base, but originally from Louisiana. Had a friend of mine, Blue Bonnet, who EH'd me into coming out to F3 last year. And so when I got out there, he's all things Texas. And they said, whoa, well, let's get him a flower because blue bonnets are state flower. So they said, what goes with blue bonnets? And they said, Indian paintbrush. And they're like, Indian doesn't really fit this guy. He's from Louisiana. We'll do a Cajun paintbrush.
So that's how you got.
That's how I got.
So that's a type of flower?
I'm a made up Cajun flower.
Okay.
It's about par for the course. And I love the ones that take about 4 to 5, 6 turns before you get there.
Many layers.
Many layers.
You should just be like, I'm from Louisiana and I'm a huge Bob Ross fan. And it just,
That's what I'll say next time.
That's it. That's just an easier one. Well, what's going on in what's happening in Alliance, man? What's happening in DFW?
Oh man, we're all trying to heal up from Iron Packs this week. Golly, that's taking a little bit of recovery.
Legs
time.
A little, right? Shoulders a little sore, legs a little sore from all those thrusters and burpees.
It was wild. The beatdown I attended this morning, the theme of the beatdown was anything other than burpees and thrusters is what they got called it.
It's good.
So shout
Dude,
out
by the time we got
for that one.
Yeah, we did it on Tuesday. By the time we got done, I was like, it was hard to quantify how many, thrusters you ended up doing because those burpees got pretty spread out at the end there. And that EMOM minute with those 5 just hit you every single time. You know what sucks about this one, CPB? All the suck, none of the credit. I couldn't log my score anywhere. Like no credit at all for this one.
And see, and I didn't even know that because I'm a newbie still too. This is my first IPC, so there's that. In fact, let me tell you how new I am to the F3 Nation. So I got EH'd summer of last year by Blue Bonnet, and I bought into the idea of F3, but I didn't make the time to go. So I started telling other guys about F3. They were attending. And then around December, some people were like, hey, where do you post?
Where are you at?
What do you mean post? I post on LinkedIn, I post on Facebook. And they said, no, I'd never been. And so finally in January, I showed up for the first time. So I'm still learning the ropes on some of this, but I don't know. I'm about 160 beatdowns in and we're having fun.
Well, you got a pretty good grip of the vernac and the lexicon so far. So that's good.
Yeah, I love it. Well, one of the things I do for a living is help people on culture. And I'm always saying, if you want a great culture, create your own language. And man, F3 has done this better than anybody.
Yeah.
It's great.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, I appreciate you being such a mouthpiece for the organization before you actually decided to start making yourself better. Right. So that's good.
They probably see that's an opportunity. That's an opportunity to rename, something like a recruit. I mean, the guy's like joins one time and becomes ultimate
or something like that. Yeah.
Typical life coach recommending somebody else do stuff they're not doing themselves.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, but thanks for letting me be a part of this today. I saw the little note in F3 Nation said, well, let me just see what this is all about. But this was like a lot of fun. So
good, brother. Well, man, great to hear from you and great to meet you. Yep.
Yeah, thanks so much.
All right, well, keep it real, man. Let us know if there's anything going on in the region that you want to give a shout out to or let us know about.
The one thing that's been posted in the nation a couple of times is F3 North Lake, which is just north of us here in DFW, is putting on the big Row Ruck event in November. So I heard you guys talking about rucking. So if y'all want to come down here, that's right around the corner from my house. If you need a place to sleep or crash because you want to do this out of town endeavor, let me know. But that's going on. And then the only other thing is we've started something called Q-Source Plus, where we're doing extended Q-Source discussions over a couple of 3 hours. And we're doing that quarterly now. And that may be an idea that somebody else wants to grab onto. So
I love that. Yeah. Hey, stuff worth trying, guys. Ping, ping, ping. Q-Source Plus, maybe unpack the way in which the guys there and in that Dallas area doing that. That's a great idea.
You guys doing that like on a Saturday morning after a beatdown or in the evening, or how's that? No. What's the logistics there?
Yeah, basically we do Saturday morning beatdown. And then if they normally do a Q source, they skip the short one. And then we go to this location and we have breakfast burritos and do some fellowship time. And then we do an hour and a half or so of like a workshop. and it is Q source. And then we maybe pull in a little bit of other material and add
Mm-hmm.
into it as well. But yeah, a lot of times you get information and inspiration from these Q source meetings after the beatdown.
Yep.
But it's hard for implementation.
Mm-hmm.
And so our focus on Q source plus is let's do some implementation and actually put this into real action. So we come away with plans, we come away with commitments. We're getting people in whetstone relationships, we're getting them in shield locks. And so that's what we're really aiming to do is just go
get
deeper.
Tommy Boy and IJ connected with these boys and do a long form about what's going on out there. That sounds amazing.
Yeah. If you guys know Jasmine, it's held at Jasmine's place. So look up Jasmine on there and get him in the circle. So
no, big fan of Jasmine and the great work they're doing to try to connect packs across the country as well. You know what I love about this, and we'll let you roll after this one, brother, is, you know, we all get caught up in sort of our F3 worlds. And, you know, we're very fortunate to sit in this position here to be able to talk about all the things we see come across the F3 news desk, right, and share it. But to hear like the depth in which you guys are then taking this Q source thing and then putting your own spin on it and just going deeper with it, that's where I'm like, the packs will figure it out. The packs will like give them this thing of F3, give them some resources, and let these boys just go run with it.
Free to lead or something like that, right?
That's exactly right.
So good.
Brother, you got a long F3 history in front of you, man. We're glad to have you.
Yeah, excited about it. See you around.
All right, bro. Cajun Paintbrush checking in from Alliance.
So good.
That's a great idea, man. Right?
They
That
extended?
quarterly. Yeah. And it's not too overwhelming. It's not every week, right? To really be able to unpack it and build it out.
You had me at burritos. I'd probably show up for just about anything with a breakfast burrito, especially one from Texas.
Bro, when I was living in North Texas, oh man.
I don't understand why the burrito, the Texas breakfast burrito, why is
the
it
best.
not?
It's the best.
It hasn't broken the borders. Like you can't get them.
It's something about.
You can't get them anywhere outside.
Well, listen, it's the same reason why pizza and bagels are better in New York and New Jersey, right? The water up there makes the pizza and the bagels better. Everybody knows this. There's just something in the Tex-Mex and in the culture and in the people and in that soil. There's something in that red dirt soil, right? There's something in that Red River, man. I'm telling you, their breakfast burritos are second to none. I used to house them. I worked the morning shift.
That's
in TV.
not surprising.
We headed right down to get some breakfast burritos. And I might just drive to Buc-ee's right now. It's the closest
we could go way out of the way tomorrow and hit a Buc-ee's.
We could go way out of the way and hit the Buc-ee's tomorrow. We sure
the
could.
Buc-ee's. I made a pretty good pito burrito at the
Liz is like, I thought you were leaving at 7:30. Why are you leaving at 5? We're like, because we got to go through Florence to get to Clemson.
I got to go to Buc-ee's.
All right. You know, what are you going to do?
I got time.
I got nothing but time. I don't. But anyways, hey, let's get on with some other news items. What do you say, buddy? Because we got some great things to talk about. Drop Thrill sent us a message. Just a quick reminder, September 12th, known as Are You OK Day. An effort started from our friends down under in Australia in 2009, but we all go through good times and bad times. So maybe just put a little reminder in your phone on the 12th, this coming Thursday, if memory serves correct. And just text a few bros. Hey, man, just checking to make sure you're okay. Right? Easy enough as it goes. We can definitely do that. We got an update from our man, Bill Carroll, 49, Buckner out of Mobile.
Okay.
He had sent us a message last week about this third F thing. He said, hey, just wanted to give you guys the rundown on the F3 third events. Lube and the PAX in St. Louis started this in 2020, and it's been very successful. And so this year they've branched out to F3 regions around the nation. It's a week-long, October 6th through the 12th, mostly virtual event where people register and then log miles throughout the week. They can run, walk, ruck, or bicycle. This is an awareness and fundraising event for each region's local nonprofit. So a way in which you can support your local F3 foundations where you live, if you guys have those. But the biggest thing is to help those impacted by human trafficking. And we've seen the St. Louis guys really lean in on this, but now we're seeing it spread out into other regions. So thankful for their leadership out of St. Louis. But if you want to check it out, you want to learn more about it, it's F3rd, right? So F3third.org. I've got the website right there. You can see what it looks like. But go check that thing out. They've also got some raffles. They got a raffle for a $15 bottle of Pappy Van Winkle. You best believe we're buying a few raffle tickets for that because that would be legit to have. So wanted to follow up on that. We saw it come across the board late last week, and we're like, all right, let's make sure we get an update on that.
Cool.
Yeah, I know you're going to get in that raffle too. Saw a great photo come through. Our man Dagger tagged us on it, sent this, just found this on social media.
Look at that.
F3 Slaughter running the Community Matters 5K at the Charlotte Rescue Mission, where we host a Saturday morning workout for the men in a treatment center called MIP. And Dagger wanted to give a shout out, said, this man is a big part of my life And this is a powerful picture. It sure is. Love seeing that shovel flag, man, come across the finish line.
Yeah.
Like that. And the boys of St. Louis, not to be outdone by the great work they're doing. Oh, man, they just had like a 1-year anniversary from one of their new areas because they've had a bunch split off.
Right.
I saw a dope video come across and we want to play it for you guys. Shout out to Ryan Gallagher for the edit. Logo graphic design by Kyle Tilley. So for those of you watching on the video feed here on Facebook, YouTube, you are in for a treat. If you're listening to the podcast, go back and click the video so you can see this incredible effort. So let's see what the boys of St. Louis are up to getting after it.
Hey, what's going on? One, two, three.
One lap of that.
Boys got me hyped.
Dude, it's great music, great video.
Yep.
That's a cool logo at the end, the crater with the astronauts hanging off the rings. I would like for somebody who, whatever those guys were, or the packs of dough, I want to know what those pop-up like expandable lights were at the beginning. Box of them.
Gear guy. Yeah.
I'm a big gear nerd. Big gear nerd. But that's cool. I've not seen a light like that. I'd love to have one or two of those in the truck wheel or something like that.
No, totally agree. Hey, bro, before our quote worth repeat and we wrap the show up, we got to give out a tap. I need you guys to lean in here for a moment. We need the nation to turn their eyes to this. Saw this come across the Slack machine. So we need you guys to pray for this family. And there's a way you can support as well. It says, brothers, I have some incredibly sad news to share. Mike Comita, a.k.a. Booger Sugar from F3 Clearwater, suddenly and tragically passed away from an infection and complication from surgery. Leaves behind his wife and young family. Please keep them in your prayers. Please pray for our packs as well. It's early yet, but one way you can support them is patronizing the family's wellness supplement business. So the story behind it is beautiful, and you can read more about it. Go to morningavinga.com. We'll go ahead and post it here in the show notes, right?
Yep.
So you can get there. morningavinga.com, and you can support their health and wellness business. His wife, Rachel, is heading that up. But obviously, man, we pray for the guys at Clearwater. We pray for his family, and know that the nation's with you and stands with you as you go through that loss.
Yeah, that's brutal. Quick like that. Something like not expected. It's always always tough on obviously the family, but brotherhood's brotherhood wherever we go.
That's right. Rally around. No doubt on that. All right, my bro, before we wrap up the show, no bones this week. He might be up there running around those mountains.
Could be.
He's been known to. So keep your health and wellness checked and go back to listen to some other shows and check out the podcast feed. You can get some health and wellness from the Hunt for Wellness that way. Let's get that quote with Repeato, and then we'll wrap this Friday show up.
Yeah, before that, quick shout out to our boy Water Wings down in Huntsville. I understood they had a grow ruck down there last week. 42 start, 42 finish.
Boom.
Bloodhound put them through the paces, also known AKA Bloodbath. I know those boys got accelerated and expanded. But you've got close connections to North Alabama in a few spots, and I've been down there quite a bit with work in a past life. So it's good boys down there.
Yep, no doubt.
Quote worth Repeato this week. Sent it off the presses hot about nary an hour ago, probably trying to get it under the wire. Saw this one online some point this week, and it spoke to me. We've had Viktor Frankl on as a quote machine before, but I don't think I had ever seen this one before. I don't remember reading it in his books. I just hadn't seen it before, so it struck me for a number of reasons. And when a man can't find a deep sense of meaning, they distract themselves with pleasure. And I think that, feeds into, idle hands or the devil's playground, other types of quotes like that. But it's a good call to refocus. We talked about that on the last show. I think when we're not finding that D2X, and if you're not even in pursuit of that D2X, right, where your ultimate purpose is put into practice here on this great earth, you can distract yourselves with the wrong kinds of things or the wrong kinds of crowds or the wrong kinds of people. And I think that's just a good reminder that we should all think about at times.
Yeah, dude, I love this one. I mean, it's really good. And it's one that you guys need to keep in your back pocket and just think about when a man can't find a deep sense of meaning to distract themselves with pleasure. It's a good one. And look, it speaks to a large thing, but also just even in those moments of just sometimes little fleeting moments of boredom in your day, like, all right, what should I be focused on here? Let me focus on my real purpose and what I got to be doing and not just get distracted. Right. Really good. Yeah. Viktor Frankl always delivers for us. That's a good one, man.
I need the reminder at times to stop sending you reels on Instagram. And go do
I mean, look, let's not get crazy. Let's not get crazy. Oh man, good stuff, bro. Let's see.
Hey, it's the end of the week. I don't know about the PAX. I would like some PAX feedback as well about our sort of noon Friday slot here on the East Coast. This really helps me Mammon wise. I like the way this sort of he can springboards us into the weekend. Would love some feedback from the audience if this is also a good time for a lot of PAX.
Yeah. Let us know. COT at f3nation.com. Find us on the Slack machine, and we'll keep cranking out the news of the nation, brother.
Yeah, man.
Let's head down to South Carolina and go get a win. What do you say, Bo? We're gonna do all we got.
We're gonna bring the noise. They need to bring the fun.
If you are watching, listening, or listening back on the replay here, and you're in the greater Clemson area on Saturday, let us know. Boys are coming to town. All right, bro. I love you. Catch you.
Man. All right.
See you, PAX. Have a great weekend. Another man hasn't told you this day. We love you. Nation does as well, and keep going out there, getting after it. We'll see you next week on the F3 Circle of Trust. This has been the COT Podcast, connecting the PAX of F3 Nation to something bigger than themselves. Please rate and review our show. Follow us on Twitter at F3COT Podcast and connect with the show at COT@F3Nation.com or by leaving us a voicemail at 844-4COT-PAX. I'm Brian Jodis, 42, Hello Kitty.
And I'm Jamie Roseborough, 40, Repeato.
And this has been the Circle of Trust Podcast.